Now, speaking about people who are embodying positions that are very polarizing, we get into Bravin Yuri. Okay, Amesema, men want 50-50 in relationships. Those men are childish. And I was like, okay, let him cook, let him cook. He actually put a very long post on his social media, specifically on his Instagram stories, where he said, if you date a man who keeps insisting on 50-50, just know you're dating an individual who will bring hell to your life. As a man of the house, you have to provide 100%. This does not mean that the woman can't choose to buy nyanya and vitungu kwa nyumba. It means she can choose not to, and you will still have to, because you have to do it. Continue to say that the women that can only step into the women can only step into these things when things are tough, and this is just a supporting role until you get back on your feet. When an individual insists on 50-50, just walk away. Most of the time, they are controlling, childish, verbally abusive, immature, and mama's boys. Mostly raised in homes where they were lacking a father figure, and you will feel the consequences. You will see these signs even before you get to settle down with such, and don't settle with them. You will be asking for advice later on. Continue to say that it's funny how he gave a scenario where you're in hospital and the hospital bills are piling up, and of course the husband, this 50-50 husband, is saying nilipa rent we lipia hospital bill, and they will leave you in a really bad position simply because they do not want to take up that role. They already did something else, so you're supposed to pick up the rest of that slack. He said it's because this is where he just threw me left. Tulikuwa pamoja. We were standing together in solidarity until he said this. It's because of the women's empowerment. It has made men believe that women can be providers in their homes just like men. This will never end well in these relationships. And I'm just like, okay, I was letting you cook. I let you cook. And then ukaunguza kitungu. What's going on? I don't understand why. It's the same energy that Shakira is giving when she's dispelling that whole Barbie movie. And people are like, yes, Barbie was so good, empowering, showing that women can actually stand for themselves. But it emasculated men. It made men look, less than. It made men look a little useless in women's lives and in general in the world, which I believe is a narrative, yes, but it's not the full story. If you look at some parts of something, you will always have an opinion that is polarizing or that is, a little defective, simply because you're not looking at the whole picture. You're not looking at the whole story. You're not looking at the whole narrative. So there's nothing wrong with having women empowerment. I feel like the problem is we normally let the pendulum swing too far to the other side. Women were left in homes. FGM was an issue. Domestic violence and abuse was an issue. Women did not have education. They were always made to stay at home and raise children. Women had to embody that trad wife role, where you cook, you clean, you do all the house chores, but you don't have an education, you don't have your own finances, and then your husband would die, God forbid, or something horrible would happen, he would decide to be with someone else, and then uliachwa kwa mataa. Now you start to do, manual labor just for you to make up that money. And people decided, nope, we're not going to do that anymore. Women need education, women need to have jobs, women need to do all these things. So we hit the pendulum. But the problem is now the pendulum has gone very far to the other side, where feminism has become an issue, which is again a big issue in the society. A lot of people are like, women are, emasculating men by saying that they don't need men. Why do I need a man? Once a woman gets a job and she's financially stable, she will no longer feel the need to have a man. They start treating men horribly, and so on and so forth. This is a personal issue. Simply because I got an education, simply because I have a job, simply because I can run my own household without having a man, doesn't mean that automatically I hate men. And doesn't mean automatically that I want to be in a relationship where I'm the provider. It shouldn't be that. And that's why we keep saying, marry for the right reasons. Do you love this person? If the money was taken out of the picture, unampenda bado. If the whatever was taken, if she couldn't bear children, bado utampenda. If she couldn't cook or clean, bado utampenda. If he couldn't actually go out and find a job, or he had a horrible thing happen to him and now he can't actually work, would you still be with them? Marry for the right reasons. I think in this case, the pendulum has swung too far to the left. You need to calm down. We agree men should provide, Yes, but we do not agree with the fact that women being empowered is the issue, and therefore let's disempower women and go back to the old traditional ways. It's those two things are not mutually exclusive. They are mutually exclusive. They shouldn't be tied together. Women empowerment and men providing, two different issues.
I feel like just let people enjoy where they are. If somebody is not complaining to you about something, let them enjoy what they're doing. Most people, or most couples, especially in the times we're in the economic times we are in, it kind of makes sense for us to go 50-50 on bills. It makes sense for us to have a joint account where expenses are coming out of. It just makes sense for our finances to be like that, because it would be such a huge burden on one person to sustain a certain lifestyle for the whole family just because he is a man, or just because he is working and he's a man and he has to show this. Please, how many times have we talked about men suffering depression? How many times have we talked about people who are struggling? There was this man who lost his job and didn't tell his family. Every day he would wake up like normal, like usual. He's going somewhere. He goes, sits at the park, and then in the evening he goes to work because he just can't to tell his difficult place to be in. So when you see people get to levels where they have a 50-50 income household, let them be. If there's a man out there who is okay with paying 100% of the bills because he's the man of the house, and they're such men. They're like me. I just want my wife to run her small little business at a loss and I'm okay, just something to occupy her. Well and good. And if it's a situation where the woman is in charge of the household and she's doing everything, and maybe the husband has the unconventional role of taking care of the children, he's a house husband, let them be. If nobody is coming to your house to complain, why are you putting such bold statements on the internet just to evoke, to trigger? It's like rage bait, because now everyone wants to have an opinion. People are triggered by it. It's engagement to you at the end of the day, but it's so catastrophic, the conversations you're starting for no reason. You're not offering a solution. You're just saying things. Why?
To what end?
To what end? What was the reason? What was the reason, Bravin? Anyway, let's move on. Are you in a 50-50 income household? Do you contribute in any way into your household if you're a woman, or do you just let the man do everything? Or are you a man and you're just very comfortable with providing 100% and letting your babe live her best life? Okay, you relax, enjoy. I got you.
It's my money.
It's my money. It's me if you can. Anyway, wow.